Hello everyone, my name is Kaylee Tersini. I'm a speech-language pathologist and rehab director at Western Reserve Masonic Community in Medina, Ohio. We are a CCRC that provides therapy services inpatient, outpatient, and through home health. Today for our Right Way Wednesday, I will be going through 6 of our most commonly used CPT codes for speech evaluation. It's so important that we make sure we use the most accurate code to best describe the services that we are providing, as well as decrease our risk for denials. There's a great resource that can be found in the Files section of the Documentation Success Facebook page. I like to keep this resource printed and in my evaluation binder, just as to double check to make sure when I'm completing my evals that I'm using the most accurate code. So the first code that we can use for a speech evaluation is 92521, and this code looks at the evaluation of speech fluency. This code is not commonly used in long-term care settings, but may be more useful in an outpatient setting. And it's important to make sure that when using this code that we're using appropriate tools and assessments for stuttering. The next code that we can use is 92522, the evaluation of speech sound production. This includes articulation, phonological processes, apraxia, and dysarthria. This code is more commonly used in long-term care settings, and it is important to make sure that when using this code, we are including the appropriate assessments and some standardized assessments. These may include the Frenchet dysarthria assessment, the dysarthria examination battery, and the quick assessment of dysarthria. The next code, and is a code that is frequently used in long-term care, is 92523. This code encompasses the evaluation of speech sound production, so the articulation, dysarthria, apraxia, but also includes language, comprehension, and expressive. This code also would include the cognitive linguistic assessments. It's important to make sure that when using this code that we use the appropriate assessments and standardized assessments that include the ones for 92522, but also including the Western Aphasia Battery, the Cognitive Linguistic Quick Test, the CLQT, the Functional Linguistic Communication Inventory, the FLCI. We can also use portions of standardized screens such as the MOCA or SLUMS. Now, if we utilize this code and don't meet all of the different components, we can use the 52 modifier, which I'll be discussing at the very end. Another code that we can use for speech evaluations is 92524, and this code is the behavioral and qualitative analysis of voice and resonance. It's occasionally used in long-term care, and it is important to continue to utilize the appropriate assessments. Some examples may include the voice evaluation template that can be found on the ASHA website, voice assessment protocol for children and adults. I also like to throw in there and include the voice quality handicap index. Another code that we can use is 96125, and that's the cognitive testing code. This code has some different components than some of the other codes, and it's important to make sure that if we're billing this code that we hit each criteria. One thing to know about this code is it's an untimed code, so no matter what minutes we provide, it's all billed under one. It also includes the creation, the writing of your report and evaluation in this code. We must make sure there's a pure cognitive disorder, such as TBI, CVA, PTSD, or some other neurological event. It cannot be used with an individual that has dementia or Alzheimer's or a result of a degenerative disease process. This code is intermittently used in long-term care, but most patients that we are seeing have a co-deficit of cognition and communication. Therefore, the evaluation code 92523 may be more appropriate. And the last code that we can use is the 96105, Aphasia Assessment. This is occasionally used in long-term care, and it includes the assessment of receptive and expressive speech and language function, language comprehension, speech production ability, reading, and writing. It's also a bill per hour, and it requires a standardized test, such as the Western Aphasia Battery or the BDAE. The last portion I want to just make sure to touch base on is the 52 modifier. This is used when services are provided and are reduced compared to the full description of the service in each code. This can be used for if you do just the language portion and you use 92523, you may want to make sure that you click the modifier on the billing assessment and Health Max. Again, please look at the resource that's available, and it goes through more frequently asked questions and how to actually input it into Health Max. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed. Have a great day.